Hello and welcome back to Putt Nuts. What we're doing today is we're going to show you how to make a nice zero carb snack for those of us who don't want to eat a bunch of carbs, but we do like to have a little snack. It's high in protein, has moderate amounts of fat in it, so it's not perfect for keto, but if you like chicken gizzards and chicken hearts, it's a great little snack. Now, personally, I just cook them and eat them, but if you like to eat them fried, check out my breading recipe, which I'll put a link to up in the top corner up there, a little card for you, because I have zero carb breading that you can bread these with and fry them in a little bit of lard and make just like you used to love them. But first, unless you want to chew and chew and chew and chew, you got to tenderize them. Now, how do you do that? Well, I'm going to tell you how you can tenderize these and flavor them at the same time and make them absolutely delicious snack for yourself. So, these are chicken gizzards, those are chicken hearts. And how you do them? Well, you do them both a little bit differently. Of course, the first thing you have to do is open the package. So that's what we've done. Now, chicken gizzards, you take them out, you got to inspect each one, because a gizzard originally comes like that, and then they cut them open and they clean out the inside. Now, what do I mean by the inside? Well, here's a good example of one. It's still got a little bit of this hard skin in here, because what birds have to do, what chickens have to do anyway, is they have to eat rocks, pieces of glass, whatever, and then they take them and they store them in their gizzard, and then their gizzard, that's why it's got this big tough muscle on there, is it smashes up the stuff it eats with the pieces of glass and rocks and grains of sand and whatever. So this internal piece is just really tough. It's pretty much inedible. I mean, it won't hurt you, but it's really tough. So you go through and you pick through them one at a time and make sure that they're nice and clean. Yeah, it takes an extra minute, but it beats biting into one. You go through and make sure they don't have any of those things in them. So we'll speed that part up for you while I do it, and then we'll get to the next part. Now, we're done with the chicken gizzards. Some packages are worse than others. I was hoping there'd be at least one complete gizzard so I could show you exactly what they look like, but they were all cleaned pretty well. I only got a little bit out of there, but this stuff is usually kind of this greenish color, and trust me, it is very tough. You don't want to eat it. Now, the hearts are a different thing. All they do is pump blood. They don't have any tough meat in them or anything, so the way you do the hearts, you just dump them in. That's all there is to the hearts. You just dump them in there. We can throw that in there and throw that stuff away in a minute. Now, how do you tenderize them? Some people would put meat tenderizer on them, let them set for a little while before they cook them. That helps a little bit, but the best way to tenderize them, and the easiest way, I'm going to show you right now. Now, what we've done, simply filled it with water, turn the fire on under it, then you season it however you like. I'm going to put a nice dose of black pepper in there. Black pepper is always good on chicken. And myself, I like to put a little bit of chicken bouillon in it. One thing that's nice about it is you're not really going to eat the water or anything in the water. It's just for flavoring. So you don't have to worry much about the carb count of what you put in the water. A little bit of Italian seasoning. Some nice sage. I like sage on chicken. Then I'll take an onion, cut it in half, Put it in there like you would a roast, where the onion slowly cooks with the product. Makes a better flavor, I think. I think it makes a better flavor than cutting the onion up when you're making something that has to cook a long time. And this will have to cook a while, at least an hour, hour and a half. Last but not least, my favorite, some nice garlic. I don't have any fresh garlic right now. Usually I put in big chunks of fresh garlic so that it's a lot easier to pick them out when you're eating them, because this kind of garlic tends to stick to them a little bit. Makes it harder to avoid, and it doesn't have near as much flavor as fresh. Now, you just do this, throw a lid on it, simmer it for about an hour, hour and a half. Make sure they're tender. You take one out and eat it. They should be tender, like a filet mignon tender, just melt in your mouth tender. And after you've cooked them like that, if you want to let them cool, you can dip them in egg, roll them in my breading that I told you about earlier, add, mix it up, add some flavoring to it, and fry them and have fried gizzards if that's what you want. Myself, I just boil them and eat them. They're delicious that way. They make a wonderful zero carb snack that you can have anytime. If you're worried about not having enough fat in it, what I do sometimes is I'll throw half a stick of butter in there after I drain all the water off of them and let it melt and stir all into them. Then the butter coats them, gives them a little bit more fat, because they're not real high in fat. They're mostly protein. So hopefully that gives you another good snack idea, something that's not going to bust your diet. It's not going to bust your budget either. Go back to the beginning and check out the prices on them packages. This is not an expensive snack. This will be snacks for me for the next several days. So if you like this idea, if you enjoy learning things like this, please like the video and subscribe to my channel, because it really does help out. It helps YouTube to know that this is something that you want to see more of, and something that other people might want to see more of. So then they promote the video more so that more people can learn. And that's what I'm here for, is to help you to learn things. So thank you very much for watching. Okay, here we are. We've got the gizzards and hearts. We've cooked them for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we've drained all the juice out of them. All that's left is the meat. How do they taste? Let's find out. I love them. I've made them many times, and they are fantastic. So, if the idea of eating chicken gizzards and hearts doesn't bother you, this is a fantastic snack for the keto diet.